Hey guys, how's it going today? It is Curtis Oliveira here, and wow, look at this little setup, eh? Like a proper vlog setup. I know the lighting is a little harsh on my face, so let's see if this little lamp will help. Kind of. So, figure that today, might as well do it. We're gonna kind of do a day in the life, a little bit of what I do on a shoot. I just have one shoot today, so we're just gonna see how it goes, and I figured I would just kind of show you guys what I do, how I pack my bag, and get to the house, and kind of just do all my things. So let's just do first things first, and that would be packing all of my gear. So I still have my gimbal set up from yesterday, and I was doing just some practice stuff this morning, so I'm gonna deconstruct this, finish my coffee, always representing, have my microphones there because I'm using them, and then the gear closet. This is really as wide as we can go. Well, yeah, we gotta fit kind of everything. This is just the gear closet. Check out all the boxes up there, all the gear. And then yeah, we're just gonna kind of fit everything into here. And yeah, we will check back in just a moment here. This happens all the time with this case. Good handle. Alrighty, so we have our gimbal, our drone, just in case. It's not on the order today, but always bring it just in case you can change somebody's mind, or in case you get there and just things change and you're always ready and available. Then we got the camera bag with the flashes and batteries and pretty much everything else that we need for the day. Now this one's gonna be a little bit different because I'm actually not driving to this house. I'm actually getting picked up by the agent. Him and I are really good buddies. So we have that type of relationship. So what I'm actually gonna do today, which is not something that I always get to do, but it's always nice to do when I get the chance, I can actually pack my laptop today and get some work done. So that is the last thing. Oh, where's my bag? Laptop bag has been found. So I'm not gonna get ready to leave for about another like 30 minutes or so. That's when I'm gonna get picked up. So it gives me time to finish my coffee, finish up a video from yesterday that won't be delivered because we are waiting for a nice, beautiful sunny day because this place was right on the water with the beach. So gonna go back there tomorrow and get some really nice stuff because it will be a clearer day. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of touch up that video, make sure that it looks good, and then tomorrow I can just input my new footage and go from there. So yeah. Enjoy this little speed ramp. Picking music is easily the hardest part of all this. Oh, this song's a banger. Well, I think that about sums up everything that I can do right now. Now I just have to finish up packing up, bringing all of my gear downstairs, and heading out the door. Let's do it. There's one more thing. Now this is the most important part of the process. He's already looking at me. We have to say goodbye to Blue the cat. Blue the cat. Oh, big yawn. Hi. Bye. Still have about 10 minutes or so before Mike gets here, so we are just going to kind of hang out, answer some emails, and just do our thing before he comes here. Mike got here a lot faster than I thought, so now I'm panicking. Overexposed. Look at this dude! You knew I was gonna mess it up.
100%.
I have my camera, I have my tripod, I have my flashes,
Acquisition.com.
my laptop.
And talk to one of our
That's it. I got my gimbal. We're good. I'm in the middle of a video, so you can say hi.
Hello. Feel free to move that seat back if you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty short.
And we are here. Look at this. Premium service. Now we are here. Let's grab our gear, go inside the house, get everything set up, and yeah. This is actually quite the unique home. Can quite honestly say, don't think I've ever shot anything like this before, so this should be a fun one. This is a cool one to show you guys. I'm excited to get going. Okay, I've shot the basement, so all of my gear is hidden down there. Now I have to set you up somewhere where I am not going to see you in the final photo, so good enough. Good enough. Second SD card because my other one's full, and I don't know if I can delete day by day on this Canon camera, so.
Library and a little music room to play guitar, and having these large seats, how much light and
I don't really know where to put you, so you're just gonna stay there. I'm always checking focus. Nothing is worse than coming home from a shoot and your shot is out of focus and it sucks. Now you guys saw me do this a bit earlier. I have my camera set, and now this shot, pointing my flash directly at those back windows there to do a window pull. Real estate agents love a clear view outside, especially this house where it has a bunch of nice trees. That is huge to have. Where can I set you guys here? That's straight enough. If it's crooked, just deal with it. This is a cool shot. So the technique that I am using is called flambient. So I take an ambient, which is like a little bit overexposed, and it kind of makes sure that my back room is nice and bright. I take my flash photo so that everything is all good and that I have good color matching. The room looks nice and bright. These are coming out really good. Sometimes with these Sony cameras, you just gotta check, what the hell is this called? Your electronic viewfinder. Sometimes it just gives you a bit more accuracy into what you're doing. That looks good. That looks good. That's a good shot. I'm a little bit nervous that I didn't do my window pull first. You're gonna be that much of a pain in the ass? That is something I can work with, so that's fine. This is gonna be another window pull. I'll just start with that. The living room and the kitchen are definitely where I spend majority of my time. I'm not even kidding, it's probably where I spend half of my time when I'm doing work. That is really the bones of a house. That is where everything you want looks really good. Is your meat and potatoes of the house. This is where everyone hangs out. This is where everyone wants to spend time. If your kitchen and living rooms don't look great, that's an immediate turn off. Mike, you left this out. You said you would put it away and you didn't. You're lucky I found that, Mike. One very important thing with kitchens is that you want to bring up your tripod. Especially with kitchens, you want to see the tops of counters. Talking to myself. A little smoke detector you left out, you bum. Now there's a chair in this corner that is taking up a lot of my space, so I'm just gonna hide this chair. And what that allows me to do is by moving furniture, I can get into this back corner really good. Oh, I can get this unbelievable angle. A lot of my photos that you're gonna see from this house are shooting from the corners. With real estate photography, when you shoot from the corners out, you think about it, that you're capturing all the space. Might just have to hide you guys for a little bit and then pick you guys up right when I'm back. I think that's good enough. Just, hey guys, know it's been a while since I checked in, but a little bit of a time crunch here, and I was moving maybe a little too slow. But I've done video for majority of the house now. We got the second unit done, so the tenant can come home, and now we just have to finish up a little bit of the inside here. Now we just have the inside to finish up here, and we'll be good to go. Well, I finally finished. I think Mike got sick of me, and he kicked me out of the house. So yeah, we're all done here. Photo, video of this gorgeous house here. Look at that garage. That is so cool. But yeah, now it's time to head home with Mike. How do vloggers set up a camera and eat? So as you can tell, this is from my iPhone now. Camera battery. I only have one camera battery for my Canon camera, so it is dead. But yeah, we are back now and ready to start the editing process. Just gonna try to put my stuff down, and I'll kind of walk you guys through a couple of the photos and my process, and I'll show you guys at least one. Not the whole thing because it can take a long time. Some tips and tricks that you can do while editing real estate photos and how I edit my Flambia ones. So stay tuned for that. I'm just gonna put my stuff away and then get myself organized here. Coffee and water? A lot of water, then maybe a splash of coffee. That is what I am thinking. Well, the first thing I usually do when I come home from a shoot is change. I hate editing in jeans and nice clothes, so I change into my bum clothes. But yeah, we have all of our photos here in Lightroom. So let's get going. Welcome back. So we're gonna talk about editing one photo today. I'm not gonna show you guys everything. I'm just gonna show you guys this one particular photo. It has lots of windows, has a ceiling that we have to whiten, and the windows that we gotta clear up. So let's just jump straight into it. So yeah, I thought this was a pretty unique shot. This was actually supposed to be a bedroom, and then they did some renovations and they knocked out the flooring and they made this little like library kind of landing here. I know there's no books on the shelves or not, but they just kind of cleaned it up for me when I got to the house. So yeah, I just thought this was super interesting. So let's just jump right in. I've already put my preset on here, so now we're just going to try to work with this image, raise up the shadows a little bit, bring up the exposure. So this is my ambient. Flambient is the technique that I use. So this is just me exposing at about 1 or 0.7 over what my camera considers to be overexposed. So like 0.7 with no flash or anything. So this is just straight out of the camera, just pushing the button. So now I'm just going to try to get some of the colors right. It's looking a little too purpley, so I'm just going to go to my tint and maybe play with this a little bit and maybe just knock you down a smidge. Maybe I'll just take out some of the blues. So I know I've taken out quite a bit of color, but that's okay. So now I have my flash image, which I know might not look too great right now, but a really cool thing with the white balance here, you can just grab the eyedropper and kind of drop it in there and it gives you a better representation of your colors. For your white balance, as long as you're putting it on something white, it kind of rebalances out your image. So this room looks really dark, but that's the benefit of shooting Flambient. You kind of take this one and then you blend it in with this one. So again, I'm just going to try to go through my whole process here. I can tell that this might just be a bit too bright. So what I did, I just grabbed a radial filter. I know I'm pretty quick with it, but you just hit Shift plus M and you can kind of just grab these filters, which are great. So even just with this filter here, showing you a before and after of it, just look at the ground. Post is getting a little bit overexposed here, so I might even just highlight it right here and just drop it down a bit. I'm also just gonna try to warm up this room here. Bring up the exposure a little bit. Again, I know that my ambient shot is gonna do it, but if we can kind of just make everything work out here. So even just with these 4 little filters I put on, which literally took me like 30 seconds. Here are my masks. So this is with the masks off, and this is with them on. Again, masks off. mask on. So I kind of just brought the attention from the ground here and then brought it up to the main part of the room. So now we just have to worry about one more image here, and that is my window pull. So for this one here, I'm just gonna make it a little bit brighter. And you can see that it's like super blue over here. Nothing to worry about. Just go to your color temperature here and bring it up. And then yeah, we're looking pretty good here. That's fantastic. So now just highlight all 3 images here. So just shift click the 3 that I want, go to edit, edit in Photoshop. We have all 3 of our layers loaded up in Photoshop. We have our ambient layer, our flash layer, and our window pull. So I'm just gonna zoom into a spot here and just double check my layer. See how they're not like perfectly aligned here? The image is kind of like moving a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is shift click again from top to bottom, and we go to edit, auto align layers, and just hit OK. Hit enter. That way Photoshop is just gonna auto align all the layers, and I do still like to double check it, so that looks pretty good. This layer might be a little bit off my window pull, but that's okay, we can deal with that later on. So we have our ambient layer here. So first thing that I am going to do after auto aligning the layers is go to my blend modes, go to luminosity, and I don't really know what this does, but it does something. So I'm gonna bring my opacity of the first layer there, my ambient layer, to 0. So now you can just see my flash layer because again, I'm hiding that top layer. And now I'm just gonna kind of slide it until I'm happy with the blend. So that's 35. I think something around 32 might look pretty good, my before and after. So you can see that everything's kind of getting a little bit brighter in here. Even this room here, I can bring this up later on. I'm not too concerned about that. My colors are still looking pretty good. When we get back into Lightroom, we can even put another radial filter over here. So you can see a very slight image of me here and you can see the flash here, and you can see that the windows just don't look very good. So we have to fix that. So first thing I'm gonna do is highlight the top 2 layers. Those were my 2 layers that were blended. I'm gonna right click, go to group from layers, and just hit OK. I like to make groups just because that's how you can get back into editing something if you made a mistake. So now I'm just gonna put a regular layer mask on top of the group. So now we can kind of play around with it and bring out that bottom image. So super easy way to do windows, which I have learned, especially these like rectangular ones. If you go over to the left side and you do polygonal lasso tool, or you can hit L. I have it programmed to be this one, so I can just hit L and it takes me to this one. And now I can just kind of blend out my window here. So it's actually super funny because you actually don't even need this layer, so I can just... I honestly don't even know what I did there. That's not usually how I do it. I think because I had the layer mask there, I just had everything highlighted and I hit delete or backspace. That's before and that's after. So now that our window pull has gone through, we just have to go in there and clean it up a little bit. As you can tell, my stutter is in full force right now. So we're just kind of bringing back this lamp because it looks a little bit odd that it's like cut in half. Okay, so now we have this problem with this little window here and this flash here. Sorry, first I'm just gonna group this again. So now with this window here, I know you can still see my flash from my window pull in this corner. So pretty crazy. So again with that lasso tool, I just press L. I'm just gonna draw another box here. And I'm on the Photoshop beta, which if you don't know what is going on here, so there's this button, generative fill. And as scary as AI is, and this is exactly what it's doing, it's only gonna work with what's in this box. And right now, because I just hit generate and generate, it's just gonna try to autofill. So, I mean, how wild is that? And now when I look back, at this shot, like, if you didn't see that, you'd never tell. I'm gonna do the same thing here. And like, look at that. So again, with this lasso tool, I'm just gonna actually carve out the ceiling here. And now you can just go outside the box and you're totally fine. So the whole selection is this little ceiling part here. What I like to do is hit Command J, which duplicates all your layers here. But in this case, because I had the ceiling highlighted, when I hit new layer, all it did was create a ceiling layer. And you'll see that in just a second here. So now that it's just this layer, you just have to trust me on this one. I'm gonna go to adjustments. I'm gonna go to black and white. I know it's really tough to tell, so that's why I didn't think this would actually do anything. It makes a small difference, so that's even at 100%, and I usually don't do 100%, I do like around anywhere from like 60 to 75. It's really tough to, it's kind of tough to tell on this one, but you can see the yellow here, it just kind of goes away, so you just make a black and white layer and it just automatically grabs to that layer, and you can even tell here, I know it's really small, but it's just made that little selection of the ceiling. You can hit save and it's gonna override this copy, and now we can just jump right back in here. I'm just gonna try to grab the same spots here. Maybe go here and here. And now that I'm looking at this again, maybe I've been looking at it for too long, but I find it a little bit purple. So I'm just gonna make it green. I'm gonna hit tab. Yeah, I think that made a difference. You might not be able to see it. I've been doing this for 3 years. I can see small little changes. I'm actually gonna make this wall a little darker because this little hot spot doesn't look great to me. I'm just showing you guys kind of what I see and what I see. I might not do that to every single photo. So even here, I actually still think I see a lot of blues, which is just unnecessary to me. But yeah, I think that's a great image. You can tell in my graph here, I think I'm a little hot. Can I bring highlights down? I see, that just flattens my image too much. I don't really like it. Like this corner here, I might brighten this up a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I might even make this -2. Doesn't make a difference, you might not be able to see it. That's kind of my whole editing process. So right now you'll kind of see it before and after of this photo. But yeah. So yeah, just kind of wanted to show you guys my editing process. So I know that one, it might seem like a lot, but once you get into a good flow and I'm not sitting here and explaining things, I can get it done pretty quickly. But yeah, I just thought that was an interesting image. I don't think I've ever quite done a house like this one before. It looks like it was like a total custom build. So yeah, just super interesting. I thought that shot was a little bit, just a good one to show you guys because I had a lot of dark corners. I had to brighten up the back room. So. And then after this, I just have to make a house video. Probably take me about an hour and a half to make that video. Can call it a day and upload it and deliver it to the client by tomorrow morning. That about wraps it up for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely looking forward to making more tag-along videos and kind of showing you guys more of the day-to-day life of being a real estate photographer. It's something that I really enjoy, and yeah, I just want to kind of show you guys a little bit more of an insight into that, what a day-to-day looks like. Definitely had to think on the spot and definitely need to get a better workflow so that I'm not in these houses for so long. It definitely added to my day, but hey, it's all about starting. It's all about trying something new. So, you know, I got the first one out of the way and now I know how to make it a little bit quicker for the next time. So if you did like today's video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.